Welcome to day 17 of the 30-day yoga challenge. Today we are working towards splits and inverted splits, which means we'll be working towards the splits and holding the splits in an upside down position, so you'll have an opportunity to revisit headstand or forearm stand. You may want some props to assist you in today's class, definitely something to pad your knees and maybe some blocks to assist you just to place your hands on. So if you haven't got those already, grab those and then come and meet me lying down on your back. And as you lie down, hug your knees into your chest. And we'll take the first few breaths here, just rocking side to side, giving lower back a little bit of a massage. Option to open the knees wide. You could even catch a hold of the ankles for happy baby. Then keep your knees bent, lower your feet down to the mat. Then bring your hands to the back of the right knee and lift your knee up towards the sky. Then flex the right foot, bend your knee and drag your heel towards your bum. So you're just bending your leg. Then point your toes and extend the leg up towards the sky. Flex your foot. Bend your knee, drag your heel towards the back of your bum. Then point your toes and extend the leg up. So that's 2. We've got 3 more to go. Flex your foot, drag your heel towards the back of your bum. Then point your toes, extend the leg up. 2 more to go. Move at your own pace. And try to really focus on any sensations that you're feeling in the leg. Last one, flex the foot, drag the heel towards your bum, really bending your leg. Then point your toes, extend the leg up. Good. Rebend the right knee and hug it into your chest. Then make sure you've got your left foot in place so that you can press through the heel and lift your hips, coming into a bridge position. If this is too much holding onto the knee, then you could place your hands down on the mat so that you can press the backs of your arms into the ground for support as we hold this bridge. Find a deeper breath as we pause here. And slowly roll down your back, lower the right foot down. Bring the hands to the back of the left knee. Then extend your leg up, pointing your toes. Then flex your foot. Bend your knee, drag your heel towards the back of your glutes. Point the toes, extend the leg up. Flex the foot, drag the heel back, bending the knee. 3 more to go. Move at your pace. Keep your breath steady. And start to notice what you feel in the left leg. One more. Flex the foot, bend your knee, drag your heel back. And point the toes, extend the leg up. Good. Rebend your knee, hug it into your chest. Press through the right heel, so you may just need to adjust the placement of the right foot so that you feel stable. To lift the hips, come into bridge. If this is too challenging, arms could come down for support. Keep pressing through the right heel as we hold here. Lift the hips a little higher. One more breath here. Inhale. With your exhale, slowly lower down. Good. Set both feet for bridge. Press through your heels. Pick up your hips. Squeeze your glutes. And then lift all 10 toes. Flex your feet so you're just on your heels. If this becomes too much at any point, put the toes down. But as best you can, try to flex your feet, lift your hips. Then try to drag your heels back towards you. Notice if you can feel more sensation in the hamstrings as you do this. Maintain that drag as we press the heels down into the mat. Lift the hips even higher. Pause for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower down. Hug the knees back into your chest. Start to find a rock and roll, rocking forwards and back. Coming all the way up into a seated position. And then you can swing the legs round, come to tabletop. Set your hands, set your knees. Start to move through a figure of 8 to warm up the wrists. Going a few times, leading in one direction. And then in the other direction, just reversing your figure 8. Come back through center, shoulders, stack the wrists. Keep the fingers on the mat. Lift your palms up and lower them down. You can take this as a slow movement and then begin to pick up the pace so it becomes quite rapid. And as I've mentioned before, sometimes it's easier to bring the knees a little bit closer to feel more stable when you do this. Start to really pick up the pace, building some heat. Three, 2, 1. Good. Reset in tabletop. Extend the right leg. Keep the toes on the mat. Then rock forward, send the shoulders past the wrists. Rock back and press the right heel towards the ground. And you're looking to feel a stretch down the back of the thigh. Inhale, go forwards. Exhale, rock back. You could even lift the left knee up towards the chest. Keep pressing the right heel down. One more. Inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, rock back. Press the right heel down. Lift the left knee into the chest. And come back to tabletop, switching legs. Left leg extends. Inhale, rock forward. Shoulders go past the wrists. Exhale, rock back. Press the left heel down so you feel that stretch down the back of the thigh. And the right knee could lift to the chest. Inhale, forwards. Exhale, rock back. Lift the knee. Press the left heel down. One more. Inhale, rock forwards. Exhale, rock back. Lift the right knee into the chest. And lower down. Reset in tabletop. Extend both legs to find plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. You can always modify by lowering the knees if needed. Come down to your belly. Bring the forearms to the mat for Sphinx pose. Then slightly different in Sphinx. Flex your feet, bend your knees, drag your heels back towards your glutes, just like we were practicing a moment ago. And you're looking to feel an engagement in the back of the thigh, so your legs should start to tire. If you do get any cramps, just extend the legs, maybe give them a little wiggle, and that should go. Then pressing through the forearms, roll the shoulders back, draw the chest forwards, pause here. One more breath in. Exhale. Extend the legs. Press back to down dog. And taking the next few moments to walk out your dog. You could walk out the legs. Walk out the arms. Sway the hips. And the shoulders. Then settle in, find stillness. Inhale, lift the right leg high, keeping the hips square. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Lower the back knee down, place something under the knee so it's supported. Then send your hips forwards. You can use your fingertips on the mat or perhaps bring hands to blocks for a little bit of assistance. Inhale, open your chest. As you exhale, move the hips back, straighten the front leg and flex the foot to come to half split. You could also keep a little bend in the knee if fully extending the leg isn't accessible. Inhale, come back to low lunge, hips move forwards and down. Exhale, half split, fold over the leg, flex the foot. One more inhale, low lunge. Exhale, half split. This time pausing here. Drag your heel back as if you're trying to draw it back towards you. And at the same time, press the heel down. So we're really engaging the back of the leg. Spread your toes. Hold for a breath in. Exhale out, come back to low lunge. Then rest the right hand on the right knee for support. Reach the left hand back to catch your foot and draw it in towards you. If the balance is there, the right hand could take hold of the foot also. Then option 2, stay in an upright position so the hips are in line with the back knee or thereabouts, or you could sink the hips forwards. This can be quite challenging for the balance, so you could also use a block for support by your side. Roll your shoulders back. Encourage the chest to open as you steady your breath here. One more inhale. Exhale, slowly release the back foot down to the mat. Then if you have something underneath the back foot, you may just want to place it underneath the back knee. You may just want to place it underneath the foot so that it has some more support. Press the top of the back foot into the mat. Lift the back knee, coming to archer's lunge. This can be really challenging, so you may want to have blocks by your side so that you can press into them to take some of the weight out of the back leg. If you're really looking for a challenge, reach the arms up. Focus on pressing the top of the back foot into the mat. Hips are sinking down and forwards. One more breath here. Inhale. Exhale, lower the back knee down. Step to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Find your back bend of choice. It could be cobra, it could be upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high, hips stay square. Exhale, step through to low lunge. Pad the back knee if you need to. Let your hips sink forwards and down. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, move the hips back as you straighten the front leg. Find half split. Flex the front foot. You could always keep a little bend in the knee. Inhale, come forwards, low lunge. Exhale, move back, half split. One more time. Inhale, move forwards, low lunge. Send the hips down. Exhale, come back, half split. Pause here. Focus on pressing the front heel down and dragging the heel back. Spread your toes. Active foot. One more breath in. Exhale out. Come back to low lunge. Rest the left hand on the knee for support as the right hand reaches back to catch the foot and draw it in towards you. Left hand could also come to the foot if the balance is there. Then you can either stay upright or you could sink the hips down and forwards, moving slowly with control to find your balance. Deepen your breath as the sensations begin to increase in the front of the right thigh, the right side hip. One more breath in. Exhale out. Release the back foot with control and move your support underneath the foot. Then pressing the top of the back foot into the mat, lift the knee for archer's lunge. Again, you could use blocks either side you to support you. If you are looking for more of a challenge, reach the arms up. As the hips sink down and forwards, focus on pressing that back foot into the mat, so really strengthening the hip flexors here. Hold for one more breath in. Exhale out. Step to plank. Inhale, pause. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg, keep the hips square. Exhale, knee to nose. Move slowly with control and care as you bring the knee forwards. Shoulders stack the wrists. Step through, arms up, high lunge. Inhale. Good. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Reach forwards with the arms. You're folding halfway. If you do need support, hands could come down to blocks. But as best you can, try to use the strength of your legs to stabilize you here. Look down, relax head and neck. Pause for one more breath in. Exhale out. Rebend the front knee. Bring the right hand to catch the back of your front ankle, and the left hand can come to the mat for support. Then shift the weight forwards into the front foot as you lift the back leg up for standing splits. Point your toes, extend the leg all the way up to the sky like we practiced at the beginning of class. Try to feel the engagement in the back of the thighs. You do this. Good. Slowly lower the back foot down, return to your lunge position, and lower the back knee down. Then find your blocks, place them by your side if you're working with them. And extend or shuffle the front foot forward. So you're coming to an extended lunge, and it might look really strange because the foot is in front of the knee. It's okay. At the same time, shuffle the back leg down the mat. And this is our starting position. So start to find your breath here. And focus on square hip alignment. So you're drawing the right side hip back slightly, left side hip forwards to keep hips pointing forwards so they're evenly balanced. Option to stay here if you'd like to go further. Shuffle the front foot further forwards and flex the foot. Tuck your back toes and lift the knee. And this is where you really start to rely on the blocks for support. Again, come back to that square hip alignment. So adjust. Draw the right side back, left side forwards. Option to stay here. You could always lower the back knee down to take it a little easier. If you'd like to go further, you're shuffling your back foot further down the mat. And you can slide the front foot further forwards too. I always opt to keep my back heel tucked. It helps me to keep my alignment, but you could untuck the back toes if you like. Then pausing here. Deep breaths in and out. To come out, you can use the blocks, press into them, pick up your hips. And then it's a process of shuffling the back knee forwards. Slide the front heel in towards you to return to your low lunge. Take any blocks out of the way and step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, find your back bend of choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg high. Hips stay square. Exhale, knee to nose, ripple forwards. Bring the shoulders over the wrists. And step through to high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Reach the arms forwards and fold halfway. Use the strength in your legs to stabilize you. If you do need some support, hands could come down to a set of blocks. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, rebend the front knee. Left hand comes to catch the back of the ankle. Right hand comes down to the mat for support. Shift weight into the front foot as you lift the back leg all the way up for standing splits. Point the toes. Try to extend the leg all the way up like we practiced at the beginning of class. You're looking for that feeling of the hamstrings engaging. Good. Slowly lower the back foot down, return to your lunge position, and lower the back knee. Find your blocks or anything that you may be using for support, and then start by shuffling the front foot further forwards. So the front foot is in front of your knee, and then edge your back foot further down the mat. And you can either have the toes tucked or untucked, whichever you prefer. Taking the first few breaths here just to familiarize yourself with the positioning of the hips. So you may feel that the hips are wanting to twist open to the right. If so, drag the left thigh and the left hip back and roll the right thigh, right hip forwards so you're keeping your hips square to the front of the mat. Then you have the option to stay here, or you could shuffle the front foot further forwards, flex the foot, tuck your back toes, lift the knee, and stay here. Making any adjustments with the hips that you need. And if you're feeling like it, you could work towards full split, edging the back foot further down the mat, maybe shuffling the front foot forwards to come down. And again, you can keep the back toes tucked or untucked, depending on what you prefer. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale out. Use your hands to press yourself up. Lift the hips. Shuffle the front heel towards you to come back to your lunge. Remove any props and step back to plank. Pause for a breath in. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale. Find your back bend of choice. But this time on your exhale, come back to tabletop. Bring the forearms down to the mat. And you can either keep the forearms parallel. You could place a block in between them so that you can squeeze the arms together. Or you could interlace the fingers so that you can press the hands down into the mat. And I find this really helps if you're just beginning with forearm stand prep. Then tuck the toes, extend the legs, find your forearm plank. And take a moment to observe the body. We're trying to create one long line. So if the hips are piking up, draw them down. Squeeze your glutes. If the belly is sinking down, try to lift up. So you're becoming more aware of creating one strong line. Good. Start to walk your feet in. Pike your hips up. So you're coming into a dolphin position, focusing on pressing through the forearms, relax chin to chest, and we pause here. Good. Walk the feet back down the mat, come back to your forearm plank, bring the knees down. And take a kneeling position just to rest. It is normal if the elbows are feeling a little sensitive. Don't worry about it. So when your breath is steady, come back into your dolphin position. And when you're there, try to lift the right leg high and come up onto the ball of the left foot. So you're shifting your weight forwards. This may be as far as you take it, or you could play around with taking little hops off the left foot, keeping the legs as they are. So both legs are straight, and it's like a little scissor kick action. And then you can switch, maybe taking a little rest in between if you need. This can be quite difficult work, so don't worry if you need to rest. I do all the time. And then on the next round, the left leg is lifting. Come up onto the ball of the right foot. And you're either just staying here, shifting your weight forwards, or you're taking little hops off the right foot. Keep the legs straight. And then come down and take rest. This time you could go into child's pose, just relaxing the arms by the side. So shoulders relax away from the ears. When the breath is steady, come back to a kneeling position. Then you have the option to move into forearm stand again. You could continue practicing with those little hops, so you could join me into a headstand where we'll be working into the splits. So you have the option to take tripod, where it's the hands and the head on the mat, or you could take supported, so a similar setup to your forearm stand, but you're interlacing the fingers to support the back of the head. And focus on pressing the floor away as you tuck your toes, pick up your hips, walk your feet in. And if you're still getting used to this, you could stay here and practice just lifting one leg up. And this could be how you do your inverted splits today. If you are quite comfortable lifting one leg up, see if you can come up right up onto the tips of the toes of the other foot. Keep leaning your weight forwards and see if you can lift your foot off the mat. Keep the legs straight and see if you can find a split position in your headstand. It doesn't need to be perfect. It's just about exploring what's possible. Focus on pressing through the forearms if you're in supported headstand, or through the hands if you're in a tripod position, so that all of the weight isn't sinking into your head. If you want to alternate the legs, you could sweep them around, switching your split. And then slowly let's come down. Come back and take rest in child's pose. Great work. When you're ready, come and lie down on your back. Then hug the right knee into your chest. Bring the hands around the back of the knee and extend the leg up towards the sky. If you have a strap, you could loop it around your foot to make it easier to hold onto the foot, or if you can reach the big toe, that's also an option. Then try to press the foot into your hand, your strap, like you're trying to extend the leg even further up. Then open your leg out to the right side. If you've got a hand behind the knee, just keep the right hand behind the knee, and the left hand can rest on your hip as the leg opens out to the side. Good. Lifting the leg back up. Draw it across the body to the left side. So now the left hand can come and take a hold of your strap or your foot to bring the leg over to the left side, coming into a supine twist. Right arm can reach out to the right side. Option to turn the head to look right. If having the leg all the way straight is too much, you can always bend the knee and take a more traditional supine twist. Good. Release the twist, extend the right leg down the mat. Then hug your left knee into your chest. Bring the hands around the back of the knee, extend the leg up. And then you can either stay here, use a strap to help you hold the foot, or catch the big toe with the left hand. Right hand can rest on your knee. And then start by pressing the foot into your hand, extend the leg all the way up. Pause here. And open the leg out to the left side. If you've got a hand on the knee, then the left hand will stay behind the back of the knee. Right hand will come to your hip. Lift the leg back up now. Switch the hands so the right hand will take a hold of the foot or come behind the back of the knee. Draw the leg across to the right side. Reach your left arm out to the left side to find your supine twist. The head could also turn to look left. Release your twist and make your way into Shavasana. Make any little adjustments you need to before you settle in. Deepen your breath. And bring your awareness back to your space. Start to move your fingers and toes. Hug your knees into your chest. And roll onto your side. And when you're ready, come back to a seated position. Just keeping the eyes closed for now. Taking these final moments just to appreciate how the practice has left you feeling. Perhaps take a moment of gratitude for the incredible things your body allows you to do. Or perhaps a moment of gratitude for the practice, for giving us this opportunity to discover the things that we might have not realized we were capable of. With that being said, take a deep breath in and an audible sigh out. And flick your eyes open when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and your energy. It has been a pleasure to guide you through this process. I hope that you enjoyed working towards splits, and I'll see you for the rest of the challenge.